EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Once again, it's Genty. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
She was taken down.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hey, big ace open, big ace open. Hey. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Big ace.
From the gun, Murray. They'll get this out to Genty. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Easy. Big Ace. Omaha.
Again, they'll throw in Murray. He's got his man, London, right side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Raiders, first down. First down and goal to go.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, first and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, take 26. 319.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Second and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Denver.
26.
Rodgers going to throw. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. It would have made the difference. Incompletion would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. That's caught right side by Worthy. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 7. And the Broncos first down.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially they'll say it's going to go for 19.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Denver.
The tight end Henry here in motion.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
A gain of 9 brings up a second and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They'll run with ETN. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Trevor Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Broncos 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he goes out right around the 39. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Hey, Ace. Omaha. Green. Hey, Omaha.
Murray now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Hey, take 26. Get 300. Get 300.
Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 3rd down and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chris Rodriguez taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. That one deep for London. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up. Come on.
To throw, it's Murray. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open.
Now Murray. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Big Ace. That's one.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Right back to Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half.
Raiders 17, Broncos 14.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Taken at the goal line. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on a return.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Back north. Jump out.
Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Inside. 26. Take 30.
Rodgers now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
319. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
Throwing now is Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Austin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down. A gain of 4 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Rodgers going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Inside.
Looking to throw. Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Back north.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Robinson's got it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground with Genty. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. There's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Genty. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guys have the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, it's Genty. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the give, Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Buzz.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray now going to do it himself. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
On the give, Genty. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now 2nd and 3. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. An effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
They're always hoping on that type of a play that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Genty will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
It's a gain of 28 yards. And the Broncos first down. A 28-yard gain.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll bring up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Get 300. Get 300. Jumbo!
Rodgers to throw once more. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
That's good.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
58. Hey, 88. It's 26. Now this. Hey, check 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Inside. 58. Go to 50.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. He finds Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rodgers again now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Davis. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A run out of the gun with Genty. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This one caught by Ridley. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
And now defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff to Genty. Powering his way forward. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Genty, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Probably the week off hasn't hurt him for a bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Aubrey good with the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Jordan Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Open man, that's Henry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Another 3 and out.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
2-2.
They'll run straight ahead with Genty. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Broncos 17-yard line.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. And the Raider first down.
2-2.
They'll run. Here comes Genty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
2-2. Hey, easy. Cuervo. Bunch.
Back to throw it. Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Big Ace.
To throw is Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Drake London, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.